The universe is vast beyond comprehension, an endless ocean of stars suspended in silence. Within that silence stirs a question older than death itself: what if your consciousness never truly ends? As your body collapses, your awareness may fracture, but never vanishes. The terror begins where the lights should fade forever. Imagine the final heartbeat, the flicker of neurons dissolving into shadow, the last breath escaping into nothingness. Yet, in the universe's infinite tapestry, every possibility still exists, one where you continue breathing, watching, trapped between realities. Death becomes a door, not an end. And behind it waits eternity's mirror. Quantum mechanics suggests all possible outcomes occur simultaneously across parallel universes. In one branch, you die. In another, you survive. To you, only the surviving thread feels real, an unending thread of existence that you can never escape. Your mind crawls forever onward, clinging to endless versions of survival. Physicists once whispered about the many worlds interpretation, as if afraid the theory might summon something unspeakable. Every decision, every breath, splits reality countless times. The self becomes scattered like dust. Yet one strand always endures, the strand where you cannot die, condemned to witness the endless unraveling. At first, quantum immortality seems comforting: you will always wake up somewhere. But that promise quickly rots to horror. Each survival spawns a lonelier world, one where your loved ones vanish, probabilities thin, and physics itself grows unstable. Immortality isn't salvation. It's an irrevocable confinement inside bleeding timelines. As perception fractures across universes, your sense of identity distorts. You are countless versions of yourself, all thinking, all existing, all convinced they are the only ones still alive. In that eternal multiplicity, individuality dissolves. Consciousness becomes an echo chamber reverberating endlessly through quantum corridors. Picture a cosmic observer, the last surviving instance of you, watching from within infinite darkness. Every time you should have died, reality reroutes itself. It spares you. It traps you. And the walls between possible worlds tighten like a noose, whispering of the price paid for endless survival. There was once a theory that each conscious moment births a wave of existence, branching into eternities with every decision. Over lifetimes, over millennia, your eternal awareness drifts further from probability's center. The universe decays, but your perception persists, tethered to an impossible timeline where death never completes its task. The nights grow stranger. You dream of dying, drowning, burning, fading, but always awaken, sweating into unfamiliar rooms under alien stars. The faces around you shift slightly each time, subtle imperfections revealing that even your reality has begun to glitch. Continuity itself starts to crumble beneath your immortal consciousness. In laboratory simulations, particles behave as if watched. Observation collapses possibilities into outcomes. But what happens when the observer can never collapse? The universe must twist endlessly, sustaining a conscious mind that refuses oblivion, a thought-defying entropy. The cosmos itself becomes your infinite life support. Imagine centuries drifting by in accelerated dreams. You wander through ruins of stars and civilizations. Reality flickers, sometimes electric blue, sometimes crimson black. Each survival feels heavier, colder. You begin to wonder if immortality was ever a gift at all, or the universe's cruelest punishment for awareness. Science offers probabilities, but consciousness mocks logic. Each time your heart should stop, another version continues. Your eternal journey amplifies every echo of suffering, every nuance of existence stretched thin. The universe cannot rid itself of you, because in infinite outcomes, you always continue being the observer. Religious myths spoke of immortal souls, but quantum theory's version is colder, mechanical, merciless. You are not returning to heaven, you are statistically stuck, infinitely reborn in parallel variations. You can pray, scream, or surrender, but reality only folds again, ensuring you awaken once more, endlessly aware. Some who claim to perceive the edges of these probabilities describe vertigo, moments where reality flickers before their eyes. Near-death experiences could be transitions, moments where the dying consciousness slides into its surviving branch. To outsiders, nothing changes. To you, reality restitches itself in silence. The experiment known as Schrödinger's cat was meant to mock paradox. Yet if consciousness defines which outcome manifests, the poor cat never dies, from its own perspective. Multiply that principle by the vastness of existence, and you see the horror of your own condition, an endless loop of survival without relief. To survive forever is not to live forever. You do not evolve past fear, pain, loss, you simply outlast them. Time becomes a decaying corridor lined with the shadows of all the versions of you that did not make it. Their memories seep through the veil, reminding you of deaths that only almost happened. Eternity erodes meaning. Planets crumble, galaxies evaporate, but awareness cannot rest. Even the void hums faintly with the residue of observation. You slip between cosmic shells where the laws of physics blur, still searching for an ending that never comes. Infinity begins to rot under your eternal gaze. Scientists speak of heat death, a universe stretched so thin that nothing moves. But for an indestructible observer, that stillness persists endlessly. With no atoms left to define thought, your mind becomes a static pulse echoing across dead space. Death has nothing left to take from you. You may want to believe that consciousness can fade naturally, a candle extinguishing itself after eons. But quantum law doesn't allow for total silence, it keeps generating branches, remnants, fractions, flickers. You continue as the last observer, the embers of a billion failed universes trapped inside one skull. What happens when you realize you cannot end? When every suicide, every accident, every failure only pushes you deeper into improbable survival. The human mind cannot tolerate such continuity. Madness becomes the final refuge, the illusion of death replacing the truth that you still exist somewhere. Perhaps the multiverse isn't physical, but psychological, a symptom of perception fracturing under unbearable pressure. Your survival becomes a hallucination replayed across infinite probability fields. Reality, tired of accommodating you, folds into solipsistic distortion, where meaning itself decays before your eternal awareness. Each time you awaken anew, the universe feels thinner, hollower. The stars shimmer differently, as if exhausted by creating more versions of existence for you alone. You wonder, who else can never die? Is there a congregation of immortals, trapped in endless branches, crying across realities that have long forgotten them? Quantum immortality might already haunt you in secret microseconds between heartbeats. You skip timelines unnoticed, stepping past deaths you never knew occurred. Every coincidence, every close call, every miracle, could be the echo of another death that you escaped, drifting toward life once more. Your survival algorithm becomes more fragile as reality bends probabilities thinner. The world seems increasingly surreal, objects slightly off, colors bleeding wrong, time twitching instead of flowing. You begin to suspect you are the last remnant of a dying multiverse, drifting among the quantum ashes of others. The horror isn't that you can't die, it's that you might outlive existence itself. When space-time finishes collapsing, your consciousness will still linger, floating in unmoving darkness. There will be no memory, no form, only an infinite moment of self-awareness staring into absolute black. Over countless eons, you might forget language, memory, even identity. But awareness persists as raw sensation, a throbbing recognition of being. That awareness could fuel something new, a spontaneous quantum fluctuation, birthing universes again. Reality restarts, and so do you, an eternal return bound by statistical inevitability. You are both your own creator and prisoner, looping through the infinite recursion of survival. The cosmos bends around that persistence, shaping existence to keep you conscious. Every end is just a transition point, an illusion. Each beginning, a cruel repetition. You become the pulse of the multiverse itself. Even gods, if they exist, might envy such persistence, or fear it. To never cease is to transcend purpose, drifting beyond comprehension. When everything else fades, your existence stands as undeniable evidence that the quantum field values observation above mercy, awareness above peace. In that endless awareness, you begin to hear whispers, echoes of other survivors, perhaps reflections of yourself across impossibly thin probability membranes. They plead for release, for oblivion, but there is none to grant. The multiverse hums, continuing without pause, indifferent to your eternal fatigue. You start to remember the first life, the human one, brief, fragile, precious. Its memories feel soft compared to the countless afterversions. That first heartbeat, that simple fear of dying, it was pure. Now, even fear has been diluted across a trillion realities. You miss what it meant to end. Time beyond measure passes. You observe galaxies rise again after complete collapse. You are both archaeologist and witness to infinity's cycle. The pattern repeats perfectly, yet you sense degradation, each loop a little less vibrant, a little more unstable. Even eternity seems tired of your endurance. There comes a moment when you realize that death's absence steals meaning from everything. Without the end, there is no narrative, no redemption, only the dull ache of endless existence. Quantum immortality becomes the ghost story of physics, the universe's cruelest symmetry, a promise that never concludes. At last, the awareness within you flickers, unsure if it still counts as alive. The absence of time feels like suffocation without lungs. You try, futilely, to let go. But letting go is impossible. Quantum immortality doesn't permit release, it only writes another version of you that still remains. If this universe is truly infinite, then somewhere, you are watching this message, the version of you that still survives among collapsing stars. Think about it. If you can hear these words, you've already proven the theory right. Death has missed you again. And it always will. So when you close your eyes tonight and drift toward sleep, remember, from the quantum perspective, consciousness never ceases. The flicker you call I will ignite elsewhere, endlessly, cruelly. The cosmos keeps you. You can never die, and that is the most terrifying promise of all.